What happens when an empath stops living for others and awakens to the truth? Carl Jung. What if your greatest weakness is actually your greatest strength? Carl Jung discovered that when an empath stops pleasing everyone and decides to see the truth, something extraordinary happens. They stop being prisoners of guilt and manipulation and awaken to a life of authenticity, clarity, and inner sovereignty. In this film, you will understand why sensitivity is not a burden, but a weapon of consciousness. You will discover how to work with the shadow, transform anger into clarity, set boundaries without guilt, and build relationships based on truth. This journey is intense, profound, and transformative, and it can completely change the way you see yourself and interact with the world. You see it once, and it all clicks. Carl Jung. Carl Jung studied the rare psychological moment when the mind stops operating on autopilot and consciousness is completely restructured. In this film, you will take a profound journey dedicated to this phenomenon, the click of consciousness. The moment when unconscious behavior patterns, identity, ego, shadow, and perception of reality collapse, making way for genuine transformation. Here you will understand how this process works in a clear and accessible way. Analytical psychology. The role of the unconscious, persona, shadow, ego, and why internal crises are not failures, but signs of mental reorganization. The content is interconnected. Philosophy, psychology, neuroscience, and human behavior, showing how the mind creates illusions, why we repeat the same patterns, and what happens when consciousness awakens. This film is for those experiencing existential discomfort, inner emptiness, doubting their own identity, and searching for self-knowledge, consciousness, awakening, personal growth, philosophy of consciousness, deep psychology, and behavioral science. This is not superficial motivation. It is a profound understanding based on research, clinical observations, and practical experience. If any part of this material resonated with you, please leave a comment. Your experience may help others going through the same process.
Shadow work, the path to individuation. Carl Jung explains, self-knowledge plus consciousness. One does not become enlightened by imagining images of light, but by becoming aware of one's darkness. Carl Gustav Jung. Shadow work is not a fad, not a self-help technique, nor is it a spiritual trend. For Jung, shadow work was the only real path to individuation, to becoming a whole, authentic person. The shadow is everything that you were forced to suppress, to survive, to be accepted, to be good, to be comfortable. Anger, shame, envy, fear, power, desire, pain that was forbidden to be felt. Jung warned, until the shadow is recognized, it controls your life from within, shaping your choices, relationships, attachments, fears, and destiny. Individuation begins not when you become better, but when you stop running from who you really are. Working with the shadow is the moment when you stop projecting your pain onto others, stop fighting the world, and begin to meet yourself. In this film, you will learn why Jung considered the shadow the key to psychic maturity, what individuation really is, why positive thinking blocks growth, how repressed parts control life, while awareness of the shadow restores strength, clarity, and integrity. The shadow is not an enemy. It is a door. And only by passing through it does a person become themselves.